Good morning, everyone. And firstly, I'd like to start this vlog. What is with this light? Quite cool, but not good for YouTube. I thought I would start this vlog by just saying thank you to everyone who watched my last vlog, because I know that 51 minutes is quite a long vlog. So it's really lovely to see that like 200,000 of you have watched it. So thank you, that means so much to me. And obviously I see the comments where it's like, oh, your vlogs are too long. And I know that 51 minutes, it's not often that I will watch a 51-minute vlog unless it's in the morning doing my makeup. But all of the footage in there was just so disjointed and not in my usual vlog kind of style that I didn't really know what to do with it. And I knew that if I didn't just put it all together, it would never go out. Obviously, I get quite a few comments that are like, Lydia, you never leave your house. In my vlogs, it might appear that way. And I think that that's sort of mainly my problem, is that when I'm out and vlogging and doing kind of like the out and about stuff, I get quite flustered and I forget. And it's just, I feel more comfortable vlogging at home, and I feel like, I don't know, it just comes easier to me. So I thought, you know what, let's all shut them up. So I put all of my outings from the last sort of week together and put them out. So yeah, apologies for that being so long. I do try and keep them down, and I think that every once in a while, if it's that long, it's not so bad. Like if you just break it down and watch like, I don't know, 15 or 20 minutes every morning, if that's all the time that you get or whatever, you don't have to watch it. Of course you don't, but I just thought that I'll put it out, and if anyone watches it, great. So I will try and keep this vlog a little bit more streamlined. And in this vlog, it's only gonna be kind of today, really. I am currently waiting for the guy from my wardrobe. This light is killing me. I think it's off of here, hold on. I'm currently waiting for the man who I booked my wardrobes with. If you can't see behind me. The doors are in. I think there might have been some confusion in here as well, because I think maybe some people thought that these doors, like I was just keeping that, you know, like the wardrobe at the back and the cupboard thing there at the back. I think people were thinking that I was keeping those like that, and that those were also exposed internals. I'm usually quite rubbish at explaining things, but no, they were always having doors put on them, but because they're not the standard doors. Oh, hold on, phone call. But yeah, so these cupboards, they have to have the doors like made to measure when everything is fitted. So it takes a little bit longer for those to go in. And obviously the slats have also been changed, which I didn't actually realize how much of a difference those slats would make. I'm so happy that I didn't just go with the ones that I had. The 3 work really well, really well. So yeah, those have now been fitted, and all of the work surfaces have also been blended in. Like if you look up here, you can kind of see that it's all very much fitted and streamlined. As you can see, those bits are still obviously exposed as they were. These bits I think are going to be painted. Anyway, this vlog is not about my wardrobe. I just thought that I would mention how lovely it looks. I'm so happy about it. Today's vlog is actually about cleaning. I'm going to be talking you through some of my favorite things to use when cleaning my house, and give you a look inside my Narnia. This vlog is totally inspired by Mrs. HINCH, who I follow on Instagram. If you don't know her, I will pop her Instagram in the description box below. But I've also told her that she must start a YouTube channel. She must. Because it's so easy for people to think that, oh, this is just because you had a great concept. And yes, like her cleaning is so motivating, it just makes me want to clean. But she's got an epic personality, and I think that that will get her, like, she'll do so well on YouTube. So fingers crossed, I'll be linking a YouTube channel in the description box someday. But yeah, so this is completely inspired by that. I know that a lot of you guys have been interested in a couple of the things that I use around my house. And honestly, I thought that no one would ever want to know any of that stuff. And obviously now I can see that that was me thinking that that was boring. And actually lots of people do like to know about cleaning stuff. So we're gonna go into my Narnia, like I mentioned in one of my previous vlogs. And we're just gonna have a look through, and I'm gonna show you some of the things I use and just some of my favorite little like tips, not tips, but just things that I do, because whenever people come to my house, they always mention that my house smells so nice. And I'd love to say that that was completely effortless, but it isn't. A lot of work goes in to making my house smell nice. So that's what this vlog's gonna be, and I'm not gonna ramble on any more about it. Well, that's the main chunk of this vlog. Obviously my vlogs always take like twists and turns and kind of become what they are throughout. I try not to control things too much, but that's kind of the day. I also have probably some new and beauty bits. So who knows, this might end up actually being a really long vlog, but we'll see. Hopefully it'll brighten up your Monday. Good start to the day, and I got up at 7:30, and I realised the key to me being ready in the mornings is I cannot leave my bedroom, because obviously we've got the ensuite. I can't leave my bedroom until I have been in the shower and then leave. As long as I do that, I get up, go straight in the shower, get washed, get dressed, then I'm kind of on my way to being ready. So that is now part of my miracle morning. Do not leave the bedroom unless you've showered. So yeah, exciting stuff, riveting. Shut up, Lydia. So this is the look that I was hoping for, this very like clean, but there's like detail in it and just bright room. So hopefully this now makes a little bit more sense, but I know that people thought that these weren't getting doors and it just kind of looked a little bit unfinished. The only places that are not getting doors are these bits, and hopefully those will be painted soon. News, I got my hair cut. Just a little bit, I think I had another inch taken off. I'm kind of going for like a long bob kind of feel. So it's just completely like blunt cut, and then I just have some little bits cut in. My friend Danny did it for me before we went out on the weekend, and yeah, really happy with how it looks. Looks very healthy, feels very healthy, and just love it. In kind of chilled clothes today because I'm not leaving the house, so I've got some Joseph trousers on. These are just super comfortable, super stretchy, but look quite smart and don't look like I'm in my pajamas. And then I've got my Vince cashmere jumper from my flannels haul. This is just super soft. This is still in stock and just such an amazingly soft jumper, so I'll link this down below as well. And this is my look for today. Apparently still waiting for the guy to arrive, so we're gonna get into the cleaning once he's gone, just so that we can iron everything out. Hopefully it goes well and there's no problems, but yeah. Goodness me, it has been quite the morning, and I've got that awful thing where my eyes feel really tired, but I'm probably gonna watch this vlog back and think that I actually don't look that tired, but I don't know what it is. I went out on Saturday night and I now am subjected to like 2-day hangovers. So this is like the back end of the 2-day hangover basically. So I probably don't look that bad, but I do actually feel quite bad. So we have had the guy from my wardrobes here. Very eventful and stressful meeting, but hopefully we're now looking at solutions, which is good. And we've also had the guy, which is so exciting, the guy from the fireplace company come in. Sorry, there's music in here at the moment. Yes, so we have started sort of like planning what we're gonna do in this room. We always knew that we were gonna put in a fireplace because obviously I feel like that was the one thing that this house was missing. So we have started the design process. We have to get permission to put it in. So we're doing it the right way. That should hopefully be happening. And apparently, if we all get the go ahead, he says that it can be done in a week. So we might actually have a fire for Christmas, which is so exciting. I thought it was gonna take forever. I mean, this room probably won't be finished, but we might actually have a lovely cozy fireplace. Then we also had the people that did our internet. We're just having a few little, what is that? Why have you got tissue paper on your back? Oh, I thought it was an old jacket. We've had the people from Hi-Fi City come in talking about getting more CCTV put in and stuff like that. So lots has been going on. So I actually haven't had a chance to do much whilst they were here. So now I'm going to have a little run through of things, because I always find that there's lots of things that you guys ask me about: how I do my laundry, how I do my cleaning.
Are you going to be doing some laundry today?
I am going to be doing some laundry today. How excited are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
Right, you're doing my laundry, very.
However, talking about my tiredness, I feel like I've jumped back to that subject, but Ali interrupted me. Where have I just put that? Have I just put my vitamins in the fridge? Oh my god, I actually did. I put my vitamins. I meant to get this out. So basically, I keep this in the fridge because it's better cold. So basically this is what I'm taking in the morning at the moment. I'm taking B12 tablets. I was looking into getting shots of B12. I'm gonna go and see my doctor to make sure that whether that's something that I actually need or not, because it's obviously not good to take if you don't need it. So I'm just taking these, there's 100 tablets in there, so that's 100 days, got them from Holland & Barrett. This was actually sent to me, you would have seen me unbox it. This is Blue Iron and this is a liquid iron drink. It doesn't actually taste that bad. You take 2 sort of spoonfuls of this every day. They did want to work with me, but I thought that it's probably better that I try it out first anyway. And I don't know whether you ever notice really a massive difference with these things, but I like to think that every little helps, and I definitely don't get enough iron and I definitely feel lethargic, so both of these things should help. So this is just what I take in the morning. So not only is it a bit of a faff to take this because it does kind of get everywhere, but I've lost the spoon as well, so I actually think I have to take like 3 spoonfuls of it, but it's very sticky. It's like blueberry juice or something. Anyway, bottoms up. Oh, see, look, I've just spilt that everywhere. Sometimes I really don't know why I vlog these things, but they're funny to watch back. So if I take you into my utility room, oh, there's already some washing here. Fabulous, I'll sort that out. Needs a good fold. It's Ali's strategic folding there. Start off by sorting this stuff out into mine and Ali's. Obviously this is something that everyone does, but just to get this out of the way so that we can start doing the other stuff. We're starting off with washing, so I thought I'd show you where we keep all of our laundry baskets. So these are the laundry baskets in this cupboard. When we redo this room, we're going to change the internals of these cupboards so that they work for us a little bit more. So like when we take all of our cushions off of the bed, we'll have like a shelf to stack them on, because at the moment we just kind of shove them all in here and it just doesn't really work. And because we've obviously got our wardrobes upstairs, these are not used to a certain extent. Ali uses this one for his like underwear and cozy clothes and stuff like that, but this one is very much a functional cupboard for like laundry. So we've got whites, colours, and then blacks at the back, and then I don't know what Ali is doing with this stuff. So it's just all kind of like sorted out. I got these from Home Sense and the colour obviously just works in the room at the moment. So we're going to grab the whites and get cracking. So this is what our utility room looks like when you kind of walk through the door. And in this hidden little cubby hole, this is our washing machine. And this is our tumble dryer, which actually has some of Ali's clothes in there at the moment. Now, I have no doubt in my mind that soon these are probably going to need replacing, because this one sounds like it's on its last legs half the time. So yeah, we may well need to replace these, because we've just done our dishwasher. We had to replace that because the hinge had gone and it was just completely ruined. So just not at its best. See? Right on cue. Just sounds a little bit squeaky, doesn't it? I'm gonna start by putting everything into the washing machine. So yeah, there's probably just about enough for a single load, which is good. Oh, perfect amount. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So people are always like asking me about where I put the Zaflora and stuff like that. Sometimes I won't use it. I tend to now use Zaflora if I'm doing bed sheets or if I'm doing towels. I will put the Zaflora Linen Fresh into the little like drawer and put the washing stuff in here. Now I'm not actually doing, I'm gonna sit down. Oh, I'm not actually doing any sheets, and there's only one towel in there. So what I'm going to use is my Persil Bio Small and Mighty. These just come in extra big sort of thingies, so they're good. And I pop this in the little green rubbery thing, and I pop that into the drum. Just, it's always a bit of a balancing act, isn't it? Like that. For my fabric softener, which actually, oh my god, we're almost out of. Oh no. Honeysuckle and Sandalwood from Comfort Creations. And it's weird. It almost smells like a bit coconutty, but I love it when I smell it on my clothes. I'm really sort of into fabric softeners, and I love finding new ones that I like. So I always put a little bit more in than I probably should because I like everything to smell nice. So that should do this one wash. But obviously if I was doing sheets and towels, I would put a capful of the Zoflora Linen Fresh in there, and honestly it just makes everything smell so nice. The setting that I put it on is always a 60-minute power wash so that it's just short. I always put the temperature onto 30 and the spin onto 1200, and that's basically what I always wash at. And pop it on. Yay! Whilst that is washing away, I've just had a few of my deliveries from our delivery address, and I've got a little something that's probably going to make my husband smile. So I've got these already, and they're one of my favourite things, and I always buy them as gifts for people, and I know that someone would want them for his office. So this is from Cult Beauty.
Ah.
You're smelling salts.
Sounds quite nice. My nose was a bit blocked over the weekend, so
gives you clarity.
Smell it. It's nice, yeah.
So now you've got your own for your desk. Oh, I love them. Oh my god, they smell so nice and strong. Oh,
Fresh.
you've got the oil in there as well.
What, you put the oil on the...
Yeah, they ever like run out. So basically, this is one of my favourite brands. It's Therapy, and these are their Inner Light Crystal Clear. And basically, they're crystals that you sniff as and when you need to, and they're supposed to sort of bring you clarity and just sort of clear any brain fog that you've got. But we just absolutely love them. They're so calming, so nice, and I know that Ali loved mine.
Inhale deeply 3 to 5 times.
Yeah.
And place on your desk with the lid open for continued support. Like little supporting rocks.
Yeah, it's like me being there with you, but not always. I'll link these down below because they are just such a great little gift.
Yeah, amazing, thank you.
You're welcome. So the washing machine is still going away. We've got 6 minutes left on this cycle. Not long to go. I take the stuff out of the washing machine, and to be honest, I try not to use the tumble dryer as much as possible because it just uses so much energy, and half of the time we don't actually need our stuff straight away. I can't believe I'm showing you my washing like this, but yeah, usually you can just leave it to dry naturally and not use that. It's only if things are in a hurry, if we're getting ready to travel, or if I need something to wear the next day, that I might use the tumble dryer. I think that Ali is slightly more frivolous with the way that he uses it, but I tend to always use our drying rack. Now, this drying rack is probably one of my most disappointing purchases. We got this from Lakeland, and it's called the Dry Soon, and I had such high hopes for this. I think it's just because ours doesn't work, because it's supposed to basically plug in and heat up and help with the drying, but ours has never ever worked. It's never even got like lukewarm to the touch. It just doesn't come on, and I don't know whether we're doing it wrong, but we just don't even have it plugged in anymore. We just use it like a normal non-electric dryer basically. So yeah, disappointing. Probably should have taken it back, but by the time we realized that it wasn't actually getting warm, because you just turn it on and put the stuff on and leave it, and I never actually checked, and obviously it doesn't really work. So I'm gonna put everything out to dry. There's nothing in there that really needs to be instantly dried. So what are you doing? Stay away from the clean washing, you smelly poo. He's always the smelly one. So that's everything all laid out and ready to dry, basically. However, I just love how this room smells whenever you put your laundry out to dry as well. That's probably one of the reasons why I don't tumble dry everything, because I just love walking past here and it just smelling really nice. So that's all done. Now we can kind of start having a look at this stuff. Exciting. So this is one of my Narnias. Up here, I tend to keep like air fresheners, polish, wood stuff, wipes, and all of like my cloths and things like that. That's all up here. Now, you obviously know that I have a bit of a Zaflora addiction. So this is my little Zaflora cupboard. Now, I don't just use Zaflora in the house as well. So this is just for certain things. Like if I'm cleaning a bathroom, I'll pop a capful down the toilet and I'll fill up the sink and put a capful in the sink whilst I clean, so that it kind of like fills the room with the fragrance and cleans at the same time. I don't use this anywhere near the cats, so I only ever use this when the cats aren't around. By the way, ignore the nappy sacks. We have a septic tank, so that's why we have those to go in the bins. Anyway, we don't use this anywhere near the cats basically. And this is just for like real kind of deep cleans. If I'm doing the floors, I'll shut the cats out so they can't come anywhere near it. And this is the stuff that I use when I really sort of need to make a big impact in the cleanliness of the house. And for me, when it smells clean, it's clean. So Zaflora really helps with that. But in this cupboard, I keep all of the other ones. So Method is always the one that I tend to go for if I'm using it around the cats. It's obviously, this is non-toxic, completely natural, and kills bacteria. So that's a really big plus. So this is what I'll use around sort of like the cat areas, the cat bowls, or anything like that. This isn't actually my favorite one. Wild Rhubarb is not my favorite fragrance. I prefer the pink pomelo one. I know that Ali really likes that as well. I couldn't find it, so I just bought this one, but it's not my fave. Then we use this on the wood on our stairs to bring it up really nicely, especially when we were sanding it all back and getting the carpet off. This is a godsend. It's made it look so much, it looks like there was never any carpet there basically. It's amazing. And then I keep like the windowing, because we've got a lot of glass in the house, got a lot of windows. And then obviously I mix up my own like Zaflora stuff. I don't actually know what this one is in here though. Usually I use color-coded ones. So basically below here is where I keep other stuff as well. So this is where we keep all of the washing stuff and more cloths. And I keep these down here as well. So these are like my made up Zaflora things. I bought these for like a couple of quid on eBay, no, on Amazon, and obviously I put like lemon zing in this one, and then I'll put linen fresh in this one, and it just makes it a lot easier. Although I do have one of those little label makers that I did fully intend to use, so that I always knew, but I just haven't, so I'm going like by the colour basically at the moment. So yeah, this is kind of where I keep everything. Another big part of like everything is I do tend to pop a couple of these around the house as well, just in certain locations, just so you get a little bit of like fragrance when you're walking around the house. These are from Poundland, and I bought all of them from Poundland. I've got more up there as well, and these I just, you know, put in the hallways just so that the hallways always smell fresh basically. They're really subtle, they're not overpowering, you can pick how much you kind of want them to give off. This cupboard is my candle cupboard, and in here this is where I just sort of like, I like to have a candle burning all the time. In fact, in the kitchen, I've got one burning now. So I currently have the white lilac and rhubarb candle burning in the kitchen. Obviously, I've got my big one there, but I don't want to use it too much. So I do have to get through my other candles as well. So I've always got a candle burning. I know that people are sort of, I sometimes get comments from people that are like, oh, candles are so toxic, but we always have our door open and the windows open, and we always keep fresh air coming into the house. It's just a nice little, it makes me feel quite cozy, especially this time of year. So that's why I tend to have a candle burning as well. So whilst we're in here, I thought we would give my utility room a quick clean together, and I can show you exactly how I do it. This room is kind of like the muck room. So this is where I clean like the cat's bowls. Obviously it's a bit of a luxury to have a utility room and not have to do it in like the bathroom or the kitchen or anything. So I really do value this room so much. But I'll do all of like the cat's bowls in here. This is where I'll clean the bins. If anything really kind of like that I don't want to be cleaning around like the bathrooms or the kitchen, it'll get cleaned in here. So it means that my bins are always like on top form, because I actually have a place to clean them. Otherwise I don't think I would clean them because I'd be too scared. First things first, move everything off. So I've got a load of stuff around. And this is always the room that kind of gets forgotten about as well, so it needs its own little TLC. So I put the sink in, and well, I get it running hot first. Let's go for linen fresh. This is probably my favourite one because it's an all-rounder, but I do want to get all of the like autumn and winter fragrances. I did order them, but for some reason I must have clicked the wrong one and ordered the wrong lot, so it wasn't the right one. But capful. I never put a capful in, I'm way too over the top for that. Oh, it smells so good. So, whilst that is in there, I will then grab my sprays, like so. Take the soap off. Grab our cloth. These are microfiber cloths, and I bought these a while ago, and I didn't realise how bad these were for the environment, so I'm kind of getting my use out of them, and then I'm going to look for something that's a little bit better than these. Only do your best, and I know that chemicals and things like that, they're not great for the environment either, but it's just working around and finding the good process that works for you and keeping your house kind of clean and hygienic. So yeah, I'll probably try and find something else. I've seen mink hair, but I don't know whether they're eco-friendly. I need to kind of look into those a little bit more. But anyway, start with this. So I just kind of give it a spray all over the surfaces. Lovely, jubbly.
On the grid, texting back, I want you, hit you up, I'm on the other side, I miss you, miss you.
Ooh, it looks so nice and shiny in here. You only realise after you clean something how nice and sparkly it looks. So now, that's generally how I would clean like surfaces and places like this. So this would be the same in my kitchen. I'd fill up the sink, pop some Zoflora in and clean around that, and it tends to work quite well. I always start on the surfaces first and then do the floors, which leads me to this cupboard right here. In this cupboard is my pride and joy. This is the Kobold VK200 from Vorwerk. I don't know how you say it, or I don't know how you say the name, I always get it wrong. This is the same people that make my Thermomix, and this is the best thing that ever happened to me. So, let's get it out. I've had a fair few mops in my life. You know, I've always tried out the latest innovation in floor cleaning stuff, but this bad boy is the one. So initially, I don't really tend to read about things all that clearly, and I just was like, yeah, great, it's a mop. It obviously like buffs the floor because that's what that's for, and didn't really think much of it. But you know, like when you're mopping and it's after you've hoovered and you see like little black things on the floor and you're like, oh, I missed that bit. Damn it, now it's gonna be there and I'm gonna mop over it. And it just kind of stays there and it just doesn't go anywhere. Well, I was mopping with this and I was like, oh, those black bits are like disappearing. Where are they going? I don't understand how they're going. And then I realized that this hoovers and mops at the same time. The same damn time. And that is an absolute game changer. And it also uses so much less cleaning fluid and so much less like water and product. It has this little canister down here, which is all you fill up, and this will do pretty much all of my floors. This little canister here, and it just slots in like so. And these are all washable, the little pads, so you just take them off and put them through the washing machine, and they're just reusable and washable, and it's great. It also has a like filter, like an air, what's it called, like a nice smelling filter. So when you're hoovering, it makes your house smell really nice, aside from the fact that you're also using lovely smelling cleaning products, and your floors look amazing. So I'm going to give this a quick run around in the hallways up here and show you how I use it, but I love this. It is quite heavy, but it is really good to maneuver, so it's not too heavy that you can't maneuver it, but it does take some control, and because it is a sort of larger product. But anyway, I've got some Zoflora in there. They actually have their own cleaning product as well, but I just put some Zoflora in there. I'm gonna do the floors, so let's go. Obviously this is an electric mop, so it does have to be plugged in, a bit more like a Hoover in that sense. It's not hands-free and you can't just take it anywhere, but it's got the little thing at the back, so I just kind of release this as I go. Turn it on, you push this forward, it's a little bit here, and I always go to like the top setting, and in order to get it to turn on, because obviously it's not come on, that's because it's in its stationary mode, so you just twist it forward and voila.
Got me drugged, your pheromones hit the roof, auto, your taste. It's really a bad reception out there. Where you heading? Why in gravity?
So all my floors are nice and clean. The good thing about this is that you can just buy this and have this as your hoover as well. So you can change the heads on it. We've got the head that's a hoover, and honestly, you just put your foot on the back, use this clip here, and it just slots off, and then you just clip it into the other one. It's so easy. And the hoover as well goes from hardwood floors to carpets instantly. So you don't have to like change any settings. You know, like on other hoovers, you have to like put the brush down and then bring it up and then put it down. This does it automatically, so that's really good as well. But the one thing I want to get when we get our new carpets done, because we're obviously going to be getting new carpet in here and in our bedroom, is I want to get their special like carpet shampooer. It's like another add-on, but it's so good. They were telling me about it. Basically, it's like washing your carpets but dry, and it just brings your carpets back to life. And obviously when you've spent a lot of money on your carpets, you want them to always look good, so you kind of got to maintain them. So that's definitely something that I'll add on to this when we get our carpets done. But I've just fallen in love with this. I just think it's such a good like bit of kit, and it is expensive. I think they always are, but you never really come across design and functionality like these very often. Now I swear this is not sponsored by them, but we also got this. So this is like a handheld hoover, and this is a godsend. We have this in the kitchen, and you can just go around and like any little bits of food or anything like that that you've dropped on the floor, you just whiz it up with this. But also, this is the funniest thing, is if there are like spiders, you can put the spiders in this, like you can scoop them up and they don't die, like it doesn't kill them, and then you can just take it out and empty it outside. Obviously I'm never going to do that because I can't be anywhere near them. If you are one of those people that can just kind of scoop them up and put them outside, this is a good one as well. But for me, I just kind of use it. As you can hear, I actually smashed something earlier, so some of that is still in there. So this is another one from Vorwerk. I don't know how you say it. I always get it wrong. I've been told a million times, but I just can never remember. This is the Cobalt VC100. So I'll link this down below as well. Again, like, this isn't sponsored by them. Actually, I just think it's a really good company, and I use so much of their stuff. Obviously, I've got my Thermomix, and now I've got that, and I've got this, and it's just so good. It's also really good if you've got messy cats like I do. Get up all of that. And there we have it. So I think I'm going to clean out their bowls and clear out this area, and I'll show you the other product that I use for down here. This also has a handy little stand that you just charge it on here. You just put it on. Obviously I can't do it because I'm one-handed, but this is the little stand, and you can have it fixed to the wall so that it's out of the way. So I think we'll do that when we have the kitchen redecorated, but for now I'm just going to leave it there so that I'm not carrying it around. In their food areas, oh, someone hungry? Yeah, mummy's cleaning it for you. Yeah, all right. See, this is, they're good like that. They tell us when they want their food. Let me clean it, and then you can have some foodie food, okay? In this little area, they get it all up the walls, don't you? Yeah, you do, but not got your food yet. Don't put your bum on TV, Lynx. Nobody wants to see that. Move out the way. We're gonna get you some food. He's acting like he's never been fed. Lynx. Lynx. I'll use this one because it's non-toxic for the cats. Oh my God, Lynx, can you just stop? And I'll wipe it away because it usually has bits of food and stuff. I'll wipe it away with one of these just so it all collects up and can go in the bin. But that's the only time I will really use a wipe like this. How do you manage it, Lynx? All the way up the walls. Little clean, little clean. Once you start, you've got to do it everywhere, haven't you? Get you some fresh water as well because you've drank all of that. Yes. There's your water. You ready for food? There you go. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, I'm having one of those days. I'm consciously trying not to come on here every single time and go, oh God, you look tired, Lydia. I have realised that I probably need to go and do a bit of a shop to like B&M or somewhere and pick up some new sort of cleaning bits and bobs. So I thought you could probably come along with me for that as well. But the one thing, this is one of my favourite things that I picked up from Sophie's Instagram, which I loved, was her little fabric softener mix. That was something that I really, really loved. When I saw that, I was like, oh, that's what I've been kind of like looking for. Sorry, this room is such a state. This is the lounge where we are going to redo it. But I used to use a cap full of Zoflora and water and spray the sofas and things like that to make it smell nice. And I love Zoflora, you know I do, but it can be a little bit overpowering. And I think I sprayed the sofas in the games room and we were watching film and I was a bit kind of like, whoa, this was too much. So I think that's where most of my fabric softener went, to be honest. It went in here, but this is such a good idea to just like refresh your fabrics. Obviously, I can't stick my sofa in the wash because you can't stick it in the wash, it doesn't fit and it's too big. So this is kind of like the next best thing. You can also get like disinfectant sprays, which I get those as well. And that's probably what I need to pick up today because I realised I'd run out. So you can spray them with those first, just to like kill all of the, you know, bacteria. Obviously we've got animals, they're cats, and as much as people think that cats are clean and dogs aren't, Lynx, I can't even put into words what Lynx smells like sometimes. I've never smelled a cat smell like that in my life. So it is good to have it sort of like make sure, because he loves making beds on everything that's soft, and bless him, you know, sometimes it stinks. This is just great. You stick kind of like a capful, or however much you really want, of your fabric softener that you would put in your washing machine in one of these spray bottles, and we had one of these spray bottles anyway. You just add water and you spray your sofas basically, and anywhere that you want to spray. So come with me, we're going to spray my sofas. Got to do the ottoman by the back door as well. Got a little cushion on it, give that a bit of a refresh. I thought I'd do my office sofa, and then we've got this big bad boy, which usually takes a lot of, so that'll probably finish this off, and then I can head out to B&M to get a little bit more stuff. So, ta-da. I love this sofa. It's like sitting on a cloud, and we'll be down here a bit later. Da, 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 da.
I've lost you, but I need you, and you're off my radar now. I've lost you, telling you that I need you, but you're off my radar now. Found myself in between the lines, underneath your bedsheets.
Okay. So, I want to show you a couple of things that I picked up in B&M. It was so embarrassing. I forgot that my bank card was cancelled because I tried to buy something online and it like wasn't a very good website, I think, and so I forgot about that. Good job Ali came to the rescue. I picked up some more softener, an extra one to put in my little spray bottle so that I can spray on my sofas. I also got these, which look really cool, these little mini dustpan and brushes. We have to have dustpan and brushes like everywhere in this house, and I thought these were quite good to just sort of keep nearby. Maybe I haven't looked at this right. Oh yeah, look, how cool is that? It's like, snazzy. Happy with that. So I've got 2 of those and a big one as well, because we have to throw our other one away. I've stocked up on some more of these for the house, so they'll just go into stock because I love these like multi-packs that they have. I got some latex-free gloves because I prefer those than marigolds, because I find that marigolds are a bit too thick. I also got myself a Dishmatic because we have some things that can't go in the dishwasher, and these are just always handy, and I've been meaning to pick up one of these for ages, so finally got that. I also picked up these because I've seen, obviously, Mrs. HINCH go on about these, but I've seen loads of people go on about them, so I thought that I would give these a whirl because they're like a scent booster, and that's the fresh scent. Picked up some stuff for the cats, also some disinfectant spray. I've got some of this, the cream with micro crystals, because I think I'm going to try this in our sink because we've got a stone sink in the kitchen. It stains really easily, so I think I'm going to try some of that in there, see if we can get rid of it. But then I did also buy a little bit of Flash with bleach, because we're not supposed to use bleach because we have a septic tank, but I thought maybe a little bit wouldn't hurt. Also picked up this Lenore to try as well, because I like fabric softener. And is that all the exciting stuff? I think it is. Yeah, the rest is just like cat treats and stuff. Ali got Link's a new toy, so he's got that to play with as well. But yeah, that is my little come clean with me. I'll let you know how I get on with the sink as well, because I'm going to try that straight after I finish. But yeah, hopefully it works and the sink is sparkling clean again. I hope you've enjoyed this little cleaning with me and little Hinch inspired video, Mrs. Hinch inspired video. As I said, anything that I can link will be linked in the description box, and obviously I will pop a link to her Instagram down there as well. I hope you enjoyed it, something a little bit different. I'm off out tomorrow and for the next kind of 2 days, so I will be taking you with me there, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.